Don't mistake in God's silence with immobility. Just because it doesn't feel like God is moving or God is doing much, you're not hearing much from God. It's a really dry season right now. There's a lot of attempts you're giving to things that just haven't really gone your way. Jobs are slow. Money is really tight. Man, I just want to encourage you for a second that just because it's silent or it feels silent doesn't mean that God's not moving. You know, the book of Esther is a beautiful book. And this is the perfect reference for this because God is not even mentioned specifically, directly throughout the entirety of the book. Yet we see God strategically putting people in places and positions, strategically moving Esther and Mordecai, strategically doing things that is seeing his sovereign hand all in the midst of a writing of a historical perspective and event that really changed the game in terms of the preservation of the Jewish lineage, which was something that a lot of the people in that text weren't even immediately thinking of in terms of Jesus, the Messiah, ultimately showing up through this same Jewish lineage that they are preserving. And I just want to encourage you that, yes, even though that's the biggest goal, the biggest perspective, right? The biggest preservation that takes place in the scriptures, or at least one of them. Don't think for a second that God is not interested in preserving what's ahead of you, that God is not interested in intervening on your behalf and interfering in the crash course of your life and in result of you being put in different positions, whether it's through wins or losses, helping you to get to where he really wants you to be. And more importantly, helping you to become more of who he's calling you to be. Even though it sucks right now, even though it's slow right now, even though it's challenging right now, I just want you to be reminded that we serve a God who does what he does with intention. And this is just another opportunity for you to encounter God in a unique way like you haven't before in your life. And he is not a deadbeat dad, and he takes care of his kids, you included. Trust me when I tell you, we've got biblical evidence that shows God is moving in the midst of seasons that seem silent, which means he's moving in yours too. And the best is yet to come because God has yet to forget about you and he's not starting today. I hope this made sense. If it did, type "caught it" in the comment section below and follow for more as we continue navigating through our healing and doing relationships the right way, which starts with us doing the healing work on ourselves first, which oftentimes means, from a faith-filled perspective, being reminded that silence is not to be mistaken always as a means of separation. And in challenging times like this, being reminded that God is still present, still showing up, and his sovereign hand is in the midst.